Alright, with it just being a little over 2 weeks until the release of Jiaoqiu, I'm sure a lot of people that are interested in summoning for him are wondering what materials he needs, so today I'm here with the full pre-farm guide for Jiaoqiu. This is going to be taking you over the general materials you need, so books, credits, tracks of destiny, all that kind of stuff, base materials, weekly materials, general materials, stagnant shadow, all that kind of stuff, and then also some relic recommendations. Do note though, this will not be considering the Lycon, this is just going to be considering getting him from level 1 to level 80 and then his traces to max. And yep, that's all I gotta say before I get to the video. Drop a like, drop a sub, hit the bell icon for more videos like this, and let's get straight into it. So starting it off with the general materials, books wise you do need about 290 purple books in order to get him to level max. Credits wise you do need about 3.9 million, ignore the amount I have, I'm struggling. Since he is a 5-star for tracks of destiny, he's going to be using 8 tracks of destiny. And for the common materials, he's going to be using these ones right here, and he will need a total of 56 of the green ones, 71 of the blue ones, and 73 of the purple ones. Since these have been in the game practically since launch, if you're a long time player, you definitely are like me and just have a bunch, but if you're on the newer side, or you might just for some reason not have any of these, you can easily just set your assignments to getting these, or just go around and killing the enemies where it is, because it actually tells you. Very easy to get, so just knock that out of the way, because again, these are really quick. For the stagnant shadow material, he is going to be using this one right here from the Shape of Ire, the Raging Heart. You need a total of 65 of these. Since getting stagnant shadow material stamina wise is practically just a day and a bit, I would definitely just knock this out of the way first, because once you get that done, you don't have to worry about it at all. Just kind of like a 1/bit of a day. So definitely would just get this out of the way stamina wise first. For the Echo of War, he's going to be using the one from the Fantilia boss fight, and he needs a total of 12 of these for his traces. And then for his actual traces, he's going to be obviously using the one from Nihility, because he himself is Nihility, though do note he is going to be using the ones from the Penacony one, not the one that we already had in the game for a while. So make sure you don't farm this one, because that'd be kind of awkward, so make sure you farm the Penacony ones, and he needs a total of 18 of the green ones, 69 of the blue ones, and 139 of the purple ones. As we do know, traces are a pain, so it's definitely best to get this as fast as you can, or start as soon as possible. So just knock off the stagnant shadow materials, and then boom, you're good. Get the farm of this, because this will take you a minute. And now for some relic recommendations for him. As he's not a pure DPS, he is kind of flexible with what you can do. If you want to build him for more on the damage side, you could prioritize getting something like the dot set. 2-piece giving you attack percent, and the 4-piece when you have dot, ignoring defense. This is better on a full dot team though, so you can make full use of it, so he himself can do more damage. Obviously, he himself, his dot isn't that great. It's best at E2, but you can still get it if you want. Overall, what I would recommend though is getting 2-piece of one of the attack percents, and then doing 2-piece of hackerspace, as his role is more on the debuff role, so getting some turns for energy for the ultimate, and then also being able to apply his Ashen Rose is going to be really helpful, so getting the 2-piece of hackerspace for the speed is also going to help you. And what you could also do, since he is mainly a debuffer and will be on a more debuff team, you can also do 2-piece hackerspace and something like 2-piece of the debuff set. This will actually increase his own damage as well, because he's going to be doing more damage against enemies with debuffs, while also benefiting from the speed from the hackerspace from the previous mentioned reasoning. And if you're really down bad, you don't have anything, you could also just have 2-piece of the fire set, because 2-piece fire damage increases, he does deal fire damage. So if you don't really have any pieces, or you're farming for them, and you might have some of these laying around that are good for him, you can definitely get this for 2-piece of the fire damage, and then again pair that with 2-piece of one of the attack percent ones. You could 2-piece hackerspace, which is the one I recommend the most, and then also like something like 2-piece of the debuff set for more damage. For the planet ornaments, this honestly does depend on what you want. Overall, the best and easiest one for him is going to actually be the Pan Cosmic set, the effect hit rate set, giving him 10% effect hit rate, and then also increasing the attack percent by the amount of effect hit rate you have up to 25%. And as Jiaoqiu is mainly a effect hit rate based character, it's going to be really easy to max this out, because for the most part, in order to cap this, you're going to be able to easily get it for the amount of effect hit rate he wants. But what you could also do is actually give him Von Walk, giving him some more energy regeneration rate, and when he does 120 speed or higher, for the most part, you're going to have him with Breakpoint, giving him a 40% action forward, so he's practically going to always be going first in the battle. So if you have pieces, or you want to farm for an optimal one, this is going to be best for primarily the Acheron team. This is going to let you set up really easily on the Acheron team, so if you're putting him mainly on the Acheron team, which most people will do because he's best on there, Von Walk is going to be really good. But if, again, you're using him on a dot team or elsewhere, you could still do Von Walk for helping some setups and just having stuff apply easily. But for other teams, I would mainly recommend just doing the effect hit rate set. And then if you don't have any pieces or you're farming for them, you can also just use some spacing stations if you have them, just a free 24% attack bonus, because I said You're mainly going to have him at 134 speed for breakpoint. So the 120 speed isn't an issue, so it's practically just a 24% increase to your attack percent. And if you're able to get a bunch of speed on him for whatever reason you're doing, you could technically use Glam Off. This will be his best for his damage because 12% attack increase, and then you deal more damage based on the more speed you have. 135, 12% damage increase, and 160, 18% damage increase. This will be the best for his personal damage, so if you want him to do the most damage, if you're building him more on the speedy side or you're pairing him with someone like Ron May, then this can actually become pretty viable because this will be the best for his own damage again. But again, that really applies to if you want him to do more damage, which for the most part his role is going to be debuffing. He still will deal some damage, but his main role is going to be debuffing, so something like, again, Von Walk on like Acheron teams, or this one on any other team, and then if you just have Beast Loud, that's going to be better. But if you're a big Jiaoqiu fanboy and you want him to do as much damage as possible, Glam Off also works. And yeah, that is practically it. That's all you need to know. But just as a quick reiteration, books wise, you do need about 290. Credits wise, you do need about 3.9 million. Since he's a 5-star, Tracks of Destiny, you need 8. For the common materials, he's going to be using these ones right here. You need a total of 56 of the green ones, 71 of the blue ones, and 73 of the purple ones. For the Stagnant Shadow material, he's going to be using the one from the Shape of Ire. You need a total of 65 of these. Once again, would recommend knocking this out first because it's really easy just to use a day worth of stamina, and then a little bit just so you can get out of the way and you don't have to worry about it for his levels. For the chase material, since he's the hoodie, he's going to be using these ones right here. But remember, he's not going to be using these ones. These are not the ones you want to farm. You want to farm the Panaconi ones, and he needs a total of 18 of the green ones, 69 of the blue ones, and 139 of the purple ones. For the Echo of War, he's going to be using the one from the Fantilia boss fight, and you need a total of 12 of these to max out his traces. Relic recommendations, once again, kind of depends on what you have or what you want to do. 2-piece Hackerspace is going to be best if you're running him as his role, debuffer, kind of wanting to get enough speed to get enough turns. It's going to be really good with him. If you're wanting him to do more damage against debuffed enemies, which they'll practically always be, 2-piece of the debuff set works well. You can also do something like 2-piece of the dot set or one of the other ones. You could also do 4-piece dot set if you're running him on a dot team to make full use of it. But once again, do know his dot is not going to be that strong unless you do have me too. And then if you really just have like no 2-pieces, or you might just have copium ones and you might just have some good fire piece ones, you could just do 2-piece of the fire set until you do have better ones of the other ones mentioned. But again, if you have to sort of wait while you're farming a different 2-piece, you could just use these if you have good pieces, so that's also an option for the 2-piece. For the planet ornaments, again, mainly on an Acheron team, Von Walk to getting yourself set up for the extra energy for his all, and then just again going first to set up is going to be really good. On any other team, the effect hit rate set is going to be really good, just giving him a free attack percent plus more effect hit rate to help with what he wants. And then if you just have some mid pieces laying around, or you're farming the other ones and you might have some space and stations, then you can use this for an extra 24% attack. And then, once again, if you want him to do as much damage as possible, Glam Off can work if you're able to get to the higher speeds. But for the most part, his role is going to be mainly the debuffer, and he's going to do some damage, but his role isn't to do the damage. Like on an Acheron team, it's mainly to apply the debuffs. On a dot team, it's going to obviously just be dot. But if you really like him and you want him to do as much damage as possible, Glam Off, if you're able to get the higher speeds, works. And yeah, that is the video. That is all you need to know for farming for Jiaoqiu. Let me know if you guys are going to be summoning for him, because I'm kind of shocked to see how many people are actually going for him, because originally he didn't really have the greatest reception when he did get drip marketed. Me included, I didn't really want to get him. I still don't think I'm going to be going for him, but I'm definitely going to look into all the optimal stuff, obviously to bring up like all the proper guides and what you need to know and all that kind of stuff. So even if I don't get him, I'm definitely going to obviously learn why he's going to be really good and what's best for his builds. I really want to get him just because of his JPVA being Oberon, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I can justify it, because honestly, not the biggest fan of him in the story either. But if you are going to be summoning, let me know. And yep, hope you found the video helpful. Peace out.